Okay, thank you. Hey, Steve, I'm good to send the push. Thank you. Hey everyone, just wanted to make sure we're on all platforms at the moment. We do have a tornado warning for a little portion of Saluda County right now. So we are live on TV, we're live on our apps, YouTube, Facebook. So we want to make sure we're on all platforms, just giving you guys the latest. We do have a tornado warning for our area here in the CSRA, and it is just clipping that northern corner of Saluda County. Outside of Aiken, they are under that severe thunderstorm warning, and that's kind of clipping a little bit north there. But let's take a look at where that tornado warning is. Again, that is the northern part, the northeastern part of Saluda County is under that tornado warning, but it really looks to be already out of your area, so that's some good news there. Let's take a look at those velocities there, and it was pretty impressive, but we can see, honestly, there's several different notches, but I think what has prompted that warning, I mean, there are really two areas of concern right here. Let me get a marker. There we go. Here's one, and I would say this is what has prompted that warning. So you can see it is right on that line in Saluda County. But again, if you are in the Lexington area, Lexington County, make sure that you are heeding this warning and taking those precautions. I know that's not necessarily in our jurisdiction, but we wanted to hop on here. One, since it's in our area, and then two, it is including a little portion of Saluda County, which is one of our counties that we do cover. So again, I'll kind of hop around to a couple of storms that we have going on, since this is technically out of our DMA. It's not something that we cover the actual rotation. The tornado warning is clipping parts of Saluda County, which we do cover. So we're starting to get a lot of alerts now. We have several warnings going on at the moment. This is the only active, wow, that is moving quick. That is the only active tornado warning. So that has, again, the latest scan has made it jump. It honestly looks a little bit better than it did. Just want to make sure. Nobody needed me back there, but again, this is what we're tracking at the moment. We've been first alerting these lines of showers and thunderstorms, and man, they just updated a big swath there of severe thunderstorm warning, and that has that tornado possible tag all throughout the eastern part, really, of the CSRA. That includes Aiken, Barnwell, even over into Orangeburg County, Allendale, just a little bit outside of your county. So that's where they are seeing, again, that severe thunderstorm warning with that tornado possible tag. So that means, hey, this is something that we need to watch a little bit closer. So again, that's going to expire at 8:15, so in about 45 minutes here as that line pushes through. But we honestly haven't had a lot of trouble with this line throughout the day today, but that has since changed as we have gotten into a little bit more unstable air. And this is what we've been predicting. We've been saying our southern and eastern counties are under that higher risk. As it moved through Augusta, we saw wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. But again, this severe thunderstorm warning that has just been prompted 2 minutes ago has that tornado possible tag. And again, that includes portions of Bamberg, Barnwell. It goes all the way up to Lexington County, Orangeburg County as well, seeing that tornado possible tag along there. But you're a little bit more south. Let's get this moving. Over in the Allendale area, and even into a little bit of that eastern part there, what we can expect to see. Allendale, Screven, not quite into Jenkins just yet, but that is a severe thunderstorm warning that expires here in roughly 15 minutes. I don't want to completely leave you guys out, but there is not a tornado possible tag, so I really kind of want to focus on this tornado possible tag that we are seeing here. Let's see. Yeah, this is a better view for me. But again, there is that tornado warning, which has prompted us to go live coverage on TV. We're on our apps. We're on our Facebook, on our website as well. You can also find us on YouTube. So I know a lot of people, this is kind of their morning commute. If you need to take us with you, there are several different ways for you guys to stay connected as you go throughout your morning. So I'll just move that over just a little bit. But here's what we're looking at. Again, that tornado warning, they have clipped Saluda out of that now. I think that was a smart move there because it's really not impacting Saluda County, but this is now in Lexington. That is not in our jurisdiction, but hey, since we're on Facebook Live, we can kind of have a little bit more free reign of that. But that covers Lexington, Richland, not Richmond County here in Augusta, Richland up in Columbia, Newberry, Fairfield counties, and that goes for another 15 minutes. And again, that was radar indicated, that tornado warning, but this just kind of shows, hey, we're seeing those severe thunderstorm warnings with tornado possible tags. There's something in the atmosphere that is showing that we can kind of tap into that instability and get that rotation going. So what that tornado warning, again, really didn't impact our viewing area, but it shows that type of energy is in the atmosphere right now. And so that is something that we need to keep an eye on. And I think that really enhances, I guess, this tornado possible tag, because it kind of puts us a little bit more on alert, like, hey, the tornado is possible, and we've seen at least a tornado warning in the region associated with this line. So that's what we're going to keep track of. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pixel query this, where I'm going to see how fast it's moving. Should be moving, okay, it's moving east at about 40 miles per hour. But again, this severe thunderstorm warning includes, I want to see, okay, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. And again, this is going to extend until 8:15. This includes a good portion of our eastern audience here, eastern part of the CSRA, Bamberg, Barnwell, goes all the way out to Orangeburg and even up to Lexington. But again, that includes a little bit of Aiken. I don't know why it's not showing Aiken on there, but a portion of Aiken County is under that warning as well. So we need to keep an eye on this as we go throughout our morning. If you are out and about or about to leave for the day, make sure you have that First Alert Weather app so you know when you are in any area that you have that alert system with you. It'll tell you when lightning's detected in your area. It'll tell you whenever you're under a warning, and it travels with you. So make sure that you have that as you head out the door this morning. Again, Barnwell, Bamberg counties up in Aiken as well under that severe thunderstorm warning with that tornado possible tag. And so if you're kind of just now hopping on here, we had a tornado warned storm just a little bit outside of our viewing area, and that just showed me that, hey, that instability is here. We really haven't seen super strong storms so far this morning. It has stayed under severe limits until probably 20-30 minutes ago, maybe, when we had a severe thunderstorm warning pop up for some of our southern counties. And now that's starting again to intensify as we're going throughout our morning, which was expected. We were expecting to see that kind of intensify as it gets closer to the east. And I want to take a look at some of these pockets here. I would say at the moment there are a couple of areas, it's kind of glitching a little bit. Let's see if I can get that kind of updated here. And again, I don't know if we are still live on TV because we do not have an active tornado warning in our area anymore. But if you guys want to stick with me here, I will continue to have some coverage. But here's a couple of areas of concern. So again, let me go ahead and kind of reiterate for anybody who's new popping on, we do not have any active tornado warnings, but we do have a large portion of our area under a severe thunderstorm warning with that tornado possible tag. And we have seen this many, many times, unfortunately, really in the city of the county of Barnwell. They have seen these tornado, severe thunderstorm warning tornado tags turn into tornado warnings. So this is something we're going to monitor very closely. Here's a couple areas of concern. At the moment, again, not a confirmed rotation. I'm just telling you guys just kind of into my brain a little bit. I'd be a little bit concerned about this area just south of Barnwell, and then also up here. just west of Williston. So those are kind of two areas of concern that we'll need to monitor the next couple of radar scans there. But there's also a little bit of a dip just south of Williston, so that's something that we'll keep an eye on too. So again, since we're not on TV, it can be a little bit more casual. I can talk to you guys a little bit more about what we're seeing. Those are probably my more higher alert concerns area. And again, that's going to be moving through Aiken County. It's going to be moving through Barnwell as well. So that's something that we're going to keep an eye on here really over the next 30 minutes or so. So again, this severe thunderstorm warning includes a good portion of our counties. Barnwell, Bamberg, goes over into Aiken County, goes all the way out to Orangeburg County, all the way up to Lexington County. So this really covers a large portion of our viewing area, but also even extended outside of our viewing area. So kind of want to check in up here on that tornado warned storm. And again, those little notches that I was kind of showing you that, hey, that's kind of what I'm keeping an eye on right now. That's what has warranted this tornado warned storm up just a little bit north of us. Again, outside of our viewing area, it's just a little bit north of Columbia. This is up in Lexington County there. But that kind of notch you're seeing, let me get this highlighted real quick, is what I just showed you guys down where that severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible tag is. I kind of said, hey, I'm keeping an eye on these notches. Well, one that looks very similar, just a little bit more intense, has prompted a tornado warning again outside of our area. So it's definitely showing that, hey, there is that possibility. Again, we're going to keep track of it, and I'll kind of take a step back here and just see radar. Let's get that pulled up. Yeah, so you can see where that initial line is. Let me kind of back it up a little bit. That initial line, honestly, let me just take this full, because yeah, let's do that. At least here for a little bit. And okay, they've issued another tornado warning just a little bit south. Again, this really just clips a tiny portion of Aiken County. So you might be getting alerts on your phone, and I'm saying a tiny portion of Aiken County. I don't even know. I mean, that little tiny area there. But hey, let's keep an eye on it. Let's keep track of it. Let me see. I have a couple of people that mean a lot to me up in that area, so I'm just going to send a quick text and just make sure that they are good. Sorry, just give me 1 second here. Okay, just make sure that they are up and awake. So again, there is that tornado warning just outside of our viewing area in Aiken. So let me see. It's a little bit close to the radar, so I think that's why it's a little bit hazy there. But again, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning for a good portion of our area, and that has that tornado possible tag. And that's going to lead into around 8:15. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if it gets extended. But you see these little ugly, sorry, that's not a nice word. Yeah, we could say ugly. It's not a nice thing that's happening. So again, those little curves that we're seeing there, kind of has different colors going on with it. Those are the little areas that we're keeping an eye on as we go throughout this morning. So again, I'm just kind of taking a quick look at things. This is not my favorite right here. Let me circle that. And again, I'm just kind of showing you guys into my brain a little bit. This is not a confirmed thing. I'm not on high alert about it at the moment, but it's something that I'm monitoring. So again, if you're in Allendale, you're not under any sort of thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, anything like that. But I would just be prepared in the next 20-30 minutes just to keep an eye on the weather, because this is going to be knocking on your door. And like I said, this is kind of has a little bit of a look to it, if you will. So again, that severe thunderstorm warning, I wonder, I think it's very odd that they did not extend that tornado possible tag down into Screven, Allendale counties. But I'm sure a lot of people are like, hey, I'm in Augusta, what's going on here? That severe threat is still possible just due to those strong wind gusts. We are expecting to see heavy rainfall, but we're not expecting to see these strong to severe storms that we are with that initial line. That is already pushed through. So now we're just dealing with, we're dealing with strong wind gust, heavy rainfall, really for the rest of the morning. But again, that initial line that we're really just honing in on at the moment is just a little bit east of, or well east of Augusta. It's moving into the eastern portion of the CSRA. And again, there's a little bit of Aiken County that is under that tornado warning. They might have just barely clipped it out. I hope that they did, because it's really not impacting, at least the part that they have warned is not really impacting that portion of Aiken County. But like I said, keeping an eye on a couple of things just north of Williston, south of Windsor. That's something that I would keep an eye on here over the next couple of scans. And like I said, you kind of just have to go through several different products here and find the best one that kind of lines up with everything. We have to, in order for a tornado warning to be radar indicated, we have to see it on the radar. We have to see it rain-wise, but also velocity going towards and away from the radar. And sometimes we'll have to see it on the debris tracker. So there's several different ways there that we keep an eye on things. So again, that's what we're looking at the moment. We might still be in programming on TV. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, we are not anymore because there aren't any active tornado warnings for our area. So just want to encourage you guys as you're going throughout your morning, you can take us with you. We're going to be on YouTube, our website, on our app, and we're here on Facebook. Again, keeping you guys updated as you go throughout your morning. So for the eastern counties here, I think somebody said talk about Wagner. Yeah, we'll take a little bit of a closer look there. Again, if you're in Wagner, you are not in a tornado warning, but we are under that severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag. So make sure that you are keeping an eye. And honestly, whenever we see that tornado possible tag, if it was me, I would want to be inside, away from windows, watching severe weather coverage. I want to make sure that I'm in the know. I do not want to be out driving, because it could take 2 seconds for a tornado warning to happen. And so that's what that means. That tornado possible tag is kind of, hey, this is a little bit more than a severe thunderstorm warning. This is not, we're just tracking strong winds. There is some possible rotation that we're going to be monitoring. That's what that means with that tornado possible tag. So again, that's what we're seeing for a good portion of the CSRA. That's going to last until 8:15, and that includes portions of Barnwell, Aiken County. Does not go into Allendale County, but honestly, Allendale County, you're under severe thunderstorm warning without the tag. Let's go ahead and pretend that the tag is there. Let's go ahead and just kind of treat this as, hey, something that we really do need to be monitoring closely. So let's see if I can zoom back in. But again, if you are in Wagner, you're probably seeing strong wind gust, definitely some heavy rainfall. And I mean, there are definitely some things that we are going to continue to monitor all throughout this line, but you're kind of next up about to see some really heavy rainfall for your area. But as we track a little bit southward, honestly, velocity is the best thing for me right now, to be able to see where these kind of notches are. And when it's changing from red to green like that, that's just me pulling from two different radars. I'm pulling from the one in Columbia and then the one down in Charleston. Those are the radars that I'm pulling for this portion of the CSRA. So again, strong wind gust, definitely likely. Let's see if okay. So this just here, a little tidbit. I had circled this a little while ago, and I think it's kind of faded out. That little area south of Concord Crossroads, but if you look at it where the radar is, there's not anything there. So sometimes it kind of plays a little bit of a trick on you. Okay, that made me nervous. A little bit of a trick on you there, and so that's why I was saying earlier, you have to keep track of several different things, and they all need to line up in order for a tornado warning to happen. But again, all of this red that you're seeing on your screen right now, let me turn off the radar just for a second. Yeah. All of this that you are seeing right now is from that initial line that pushed through the CSRA this morning. It's in our eastern portion now, covering parts of Aiken, Barnwell, even into Bamberg, and then also out a little bit into Orangeburg County. Allendale seeing a severe thunderstorm warning, and even into Screven County right now. So that's kind of what we're keeping track of as we go throughout our morning. Just wanted to bring you guys the latest there. Let's see if we can turn the radar back on. Yep, there we go. So again, there are three tornado warnings within our region outside of the CSRA. Let me just go ahead and make sure that's firm and put out there, outside of the CSRA. But again, there are a couple of areas, and honestly what's getting really tricky right now is that it's getting close to the radar site, and it's a lot harder to see. Things become a little bit disoriented as it gets closer to the radar, but I bet this is kind of that area of where they're possibly seeing that rotation again outside of the CSRA, but we'll just kind of touch on it. And like I was saying a little bit earlier, this is showing that, hey, there is that instability possibility in the air right now. And so any of these storms that we're keeping an eye on is definitely something that we'll want to continue to track and take seriously. Again, there are no active tornado warnings here in the CSRA. There are some just outside our viewing area, but we do have a long line of severe thunderstorm warnings that have that tornado possible tag. So something, again, that we are keeping that close eye on. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for a little bit of our southern counties. That includes Allendale and Screven. Kind of looking at a little bit different point of view on the map there. Let's see if that lines up. No, it's kind of just playing a little bit of a trick on me there. I think it's just those really strong winds. But nonetheless, if you are within this severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag, just know there are very strong winds happening right now, up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. So that's what we are, again, keeping an eye on as we go throughout our morning. So this includes Bamberg, Barnwell, includes portions of Aiken County, and honestly includes a little tiny portion of Burt County, but honestly that's out of your hair at the moment now. So covers a good bit of our viewing area. Let me see if I can make this smaller. I don't know if I can make this smaller. That's annoying. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and just take that out. But again, that goes until 8:15. So that's what we are, again, tracking as we go throughout your morning. So a little bit of a bumpy start there. We had several school systems delay or go to e-learning today just due to the strong wind gust. And again, that is verifying. Unfortunately, I think the strongest that I've seen, granted, I've been away from the monitors late and probably the past 30 minutes or so, but it was up to 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts at Bush Field. So let's kind of take a step back and look at those wind gusts right now. Nope. So, okay, let me get a sip of water. So, those wind gusts are honestly not showing as impressively, not sure if that's a word, as I think that it's actually happening, because we saw 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts for a long time this morning, and then it bumped up to 45 really quick. So that I think that where the sensors are, I think that it is a little bit stronger than what we're seeing there. But as of right now, Bushfield is reporting 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 16-mile-per-hour winds sustained at the moment. So it is very windy out there, very yucky morning for us. Let's see what the highest wind gusts were throughout the day. Let's get that pulled up there. But again, we're live here. We are tracking those severe storms. I can't talk and type at the same time. I need to work on that. But let's see where we've had, okay, max wind gust throughout the day today. Really just this morning that we have seen those really strong wind gusts. let's pull this up. Yeah, 46, that's what I saw a little bit earlier, recorded at Bushfield. But again, that line is pushing east, and that's what's prompted those severe thunderstorm warnings. We have a large portion of our area under a severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible tag. And we've seen this time and time again where those tornado possible tags have ended up turning into tornado warnings in some areas. So that's what we're keeping a close eye on, but it looks like they might have trimmed it a little bit. That's over in Barnwell, Bamberg, Orangeburg County, even up a little bit in Aiken County, Wagner, the city of Wagner. You are under that tornado possible tag for this severe thunderstorm warning. There is a tornado warning just a little bit north of our area, approaching the Columbia area. Let's see if I can turn this on. There we go. But as that's getting a little bit closer to the radar, it's definitely harder to see there. But again, if you are within that polygon, again, that tornado warning is outside of our viewing area. But if you are watching us from outside our viewing area, make sure that you are in your safe place. I think that expires, let's see, relatively shortly here. Yeah, in about 10 minutes, that tornado warning is set to expire. So that's some good news. Just have about 10 more minutes there to stay in your tornado safe place. Now looking down south a little bit into our viewing area, let's see. Honestly, I'm not as concerned with this line in terms of those pockets of rotation that I was a little bit earlier. They don't look as strong, but that's not saying that the winds are not strong. Doesn't matter if it's moving in a circle or moving in a straight line. 60-mile-per-hour winds, 70-mile-per-hour winds, it's going to cause some damage. So again, that's what we're keeping track of. That's why that severe thunderstorm warning is in place. But I know a lot of people take higher alerts to that tornado warning, which should raise your alarms a little bit higher. But man, we've seen this a lot, and I've been in this region for 2 years now, but just seeing those strong straight line winds. I've been in, I say the region, I've been in the CSRA for 2 years. I've been in the South my whole life, but those strong winds, those severe thunderstorm warnings can really pack a punch. And I definitely, in my younger years, did not take severe thunderstorm warnings as seriously as I should. And I mean, you can see tornado-like damage with severe thunderstorms. So probably more EF0 strength, but still, damage could be seen there as this line, again, is pushing through. Not looking super impressive on the radar, but as we get a little bit more north, you can see a little bit more of those reds in there. I'm just kind of curious if that tornado warning is still going on. No. So you could see a long line of severe thunderstorm warnings and that one tornado warning embedded in there. Let's take that off. Yeah. So that's a pretty decent line it goes all the way up to Charlotte. Seeing that severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible tag, but again, us here in the CSRA, that's what we are keeping track of. We do not have any current tornado warnings in the CSRA. There is one just outside of our area impacting the city of Columbia right now. So again, just make sure that if you are watching us a little bit outside of our viewing area, make sure that you are taking those warnings seriously in your safe place. And even if you are in this tornado or severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible tag with it, which is everywhere that I just showed you highlighted in orange or red, you could say, make sure that you are staying indoors, away from windows. Honestly, like I said, just hunker down for a little bit. You do not want to be out on the roadways, especially with that tornado possible tag. You don't want to be out on roadways whenever there's a severe thunderstorm warning, because that means that there are 60-mile-per-hour winds. That is not good driving conditions. And sometimes it could even be greater than 60-mile-per-hour winds. But again, this covers a decent amount of our area, kind of pushing out of Aiken County right now, just east of Wagner at the moment. And again, this line is moving, honestly, every time I check it, I feel like it's moving a little bit faster or slower. This is now moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So should be really out of our hair, hopefully within the next hour or so, at least completely out of the CSRA. So that's what we're keeping a track on. If you're just now joining us, tracking this line of showers and thunderstorms, that's why we've issued that first alert for the day today. If you are places west of this initial line that again is really moving out of Barnwell and Aiken right now. If you are west, things are a little bit calmer. Still heavy rainfall and some strong wind gusts. Those winds are going to stick around for the rest of the evening. So just know that's what we can expect throughout the day today. That rainfall should start to taper off by midday, but again, those strong winds, it's going to be a very breezy and just kind of yucky day for us. But in terms of that severe threat, I think that that's really, really limited. I don't want to say completely over, but I really do think it is for those places west of this initial line here. So again, this is just east of Wagner. That's where this little bit stronger section is. Springfield, which again, I think is a little bit outside of our area, but if you go down south around Barnwell, just moved through the city, starting to move eastward, but I think that they've trimmed back this severe thunderstorm warning, and so that's including portions of Barnwell, Bamberg, Orangeburg County, and then a little bit of Aiken County in our viewing area, which I don't think Orangeburg County is our viewing area, but nonetheless close by. And again, this is moving northeast at about 45 miles per hour, but we are seeing, again, heavy rainfall. Those wind gusts could be up to 60 miles per hour, and so that's what's prompted that severe thunderstorm warning. I haven't seen in the past couple of scans anything that I'm super concerned about in terms of little pockets of possible rotation. I'm not super concerned at the moment anywhere, which is good, because probably, I don't know, 15 minutes ago I kind of had a little bit of uneasy feeling in certain spots, but as of right now it looks like some really strong like bowing effects, and so some strong wind gust, again likely just outside of Barnwell now, and that's going to continue to move east at 45 miles per hour. So I'll probably stay on this a little bit longer, at least until it's out of our viewing area. But again, if you are kind of ready to head out for the day, we're on Facebook, YouTube, on our website, and also on our weather app, and I'm pretty sure our news app as well. So you could take us on the go if you're driving, and say maybe you are driving a little bit more east and you need to make sure that you're not going to be moving into a severe thunderstorm warning. Your app will follow you. So that's some good news there. It'll tell you alerts, hey, lightning detected in your area, or any sort of warning or watch in your area as well. So again, that's what we are seeing. That's nothing. I don't know why it does that. It's annoying. Sorry, that's my little commentary in my head there, but that's why we have meteorologists here, because we can read things better than computers sometimes. The computers help us out a lot, but there's not rotation there south of Rennes. That's not true. So anyways, that's why we have real live people. So anyways, support your local meteorologist. Continuing, it's a little early for me. Continuing east, again, that line of initial showers and thunderstorms, again, is pushing east at 45 miles per hour. Honestly doesn't look super impressive anymore, which is great news, but still, strong wind gusts can be expected. I think this is set to expire at 8:15. I'm really not keeping an eye on any certain areas where I'm like, there might be a little pocket here. Honestly, there was some, like I said, about 15 minutes ago, but now it's really not looking super concerning. So that's definitely some good news there. But as we continue on with this severe thunderstorm warning until 8:15, we'll stick with it here, keep you guys covered. Again, there are no active tornado warnings for the CSRA. We do have a long line of severe thunderstorm warning with that tornado possible tag. And again, that includes portions of Barnwell, Bamberg, and Aiken County. Very small portion of Aiken County. And honestly, it's very well east of Wagner now. So that's some good news there. Aiken County will probably be cut off from this relatively shortly. Bamberg, you still got a little ways to go with this line. It's not quite to you yet. Barnwell starting to move out of at least the city, but just know there is going to be some decent winds throughout the rest of the day. might be some light rainfall for at least the morning hours here. So that's what we're keeping track of once this initial line moves through. But like I said, right now just looking like some strong wind gusts for us, which is good news. But something that, again, we'll keep an eye on as it continues to push east at 45 miles per hour. So I need to take another sip of water. I'm going to stay here with you guys, but I might play the radar loop for a second, full screen, and I'll get back in like maybe 1 minute. All right, so we'll go ahead and hop back into things. Just had to take a quick water break there. But we are tracking a line of showers and thunderstorms. This has already moved through 90% of the CSRA. So if you are in Augusta, places west, things are looking good. City of Aiken, you are looking, I say good. It is going to be windy. We are going to see rainfall for at least the next couple of hours. But these little cells here that have kind of broken off that line, that's what we're keeping an eye on as we go throughout the next 20-30 minutes or so. Really our last county that's a major concern, or a concern, is Bamberg County. Barnwell starting to move out of your county, and then Aiken really mostly out. Y'all are almost completely clear, if not clear, of that line of where those extreme wind gusts were. Again, that has prompted that severe thunderstorm warning. Up to 60 mile per hour wind gusts were possible, but I'm just kind of going down the line here, just checking for any sort of possible divot in the line where there could be rotation, and I'm really not seeing any. So that's some good news. Again, still strong winds, so I want everybody to take this severe thunderstorm warning seriously, but especially since it has that tornado possible tag. That it just means that we really need to be a little bit more on high alert with this severe thunderstorm warning. Definitely need to stay indoors right now if you are within the portion of the polygon. Again, it covers a large area, covers the portions of Aiken County, Barnwell, and Bamberg County now. So if you're within that polygon, make sure you're staying inside, staying away from windows as well, because again, we are seeing some strong wind gusts, up to 20 miles per hour at time, or 60 miles per hour at time, excuse me. This line is still moving northeast at about 45 miles per hour. So again, that's what we are tracking as we go throughout our morning. Let's take a little bit of a look though. Let's see if I can pull up a live camera. Yeah, okay, well, it's not really showing too much, but that's us at the station here. Our flags are calm. Definitely very wet and muggy, rainy, but if you are in kind of the Augusta area, or honestly anywhere west of Aiken, things are calming down significantly. That wind is starting to die off a little bit, but we are going to be in a lull with the wind. That rainfall sticking around, but those winds will start to pick up as we get into our evening hours. So we definitely saw that little lull, and that's what we are in right now. We were forecasting it. So things are relatively calm. Those wind speeds will pick back up as that cold front inches closer to us, and that's what's prompted all of this. These showers and thunderstorms were ahead of that powerful cold front. Let's see if I can look at temperatures across the southeast. Let's do that. Why is it not letting me scroll? Okay. So I want to take a look at the current temperatures across the southeast, because I think that'll really show. Okay, as of right now, oh, here it is. Show where that cold front is slowly pushing through. You can kind of see a little bit of a dip between that 56 here in Augusta and 51 in Atlanta. You can see a little bit of that, but well behind that over in Memphis and places in Arkansas, they are a lot cooler, and that colder air is gonna be pushing through as we go throughout the rest of the evening. That's what's going to prompt some stronger winds again as well. So the severe thunderstorm portions and that heavy initial line is out of here, but for most of us, everybody really but Bamberg County, Bamberg County. But as that continues to push through and out of our hair, a little bit of rainfall behind it, but once we get into the evening, that's when those winds will start to pick up. And honestly, I'm really not very concerned right now. They still have 10 more minutes on this warning. I'm not impressed. So that's some good news. Honestly, this whole line is kind of just deteriorating, except a little bit more north around the Charlotte, Lancaster area. They're definitely seeing it a little bit stronger, but yeah, things have quieted down. It honestly just ramped up for that little window of maybe an hour, and now things have calmed down for us. So again, that's why we were here. We cut into TV programming because there was a little bit of Saluda County under a tornado warning a little while ago. That's completely moved out. There are currently no tornado warnings in the southeast, but we do have that severe thunderstorm warning with that tornado possible tag. So I feel comfortable going ahead and jumping off here and just kind of getting storm reports and things like that, because I'm really not seeing a major threat anymore. And again, the next county that it will impact is Bamberg, but it's really not looking intense. Or at least I don't want to say intense. The probability of a tornado is very low. Those strong wind gusts will still be there. But again, this line is breaking up. It doesn't have a lot of lightning in it, and so I really think that conditions are getting a lot better as we go throughout the next couple of hours, or honestly, the next 30 minutes or so really should be out of our hair. So I feel pretty comfortable jumping off air and not waiting the extra 6-8 minutes for the warning to expire, but we're going to be keeping you guys updated. We'll be in the Weather Center all day, posting to social media. Make sure that you follow us on Facebook. My personal or my professional account is meteorologist Emily Acton, WRDW. So if you guys want to give me a follow on there, I'll be keeping you guys updated and posted as we go throughout the rest of the morning. And if I feel like there's a need to jump back on, we'll jump back on. We'll alert you guys so you guys know to tune in. But as of right now, I'm really not super concerned with this anymore. So that's good news. Just know if you're in the CSRA, you're going to see rainfall for the next couple of hours, but then strong winds will be behind it. We could see wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Again, that's not severe strength by any means, but it is very gusty winds, and it's definitely going to be a nuisance as we go throughout our evening. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Thank you guys for watching, and we will keep you guys posted.